executed, because getting the robotics facility out here means that you could be at risk of getting behind. But at the same time, White Raw has to know that this was a very early factory. I mean, he knows timing very well. I think better than almost any European. So, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see if this works.
Definitely. I would say that White Raw knows timing better than anyone, because this guy, he has the best practice of any foreigner aside from Hydra. I mean, all he does is play on iCup against pro gamers. He gets a very high ladder account very fast, puts out a ton of games, and if you look at this guy's match list, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
If he finds someone who beats him, he will give that guy every point he has to get good practice.
Right. What's funny is that there are very few top non-Koreans that I will really sit down and study, and White Raw is one of those players. In fact, he sends me a few replays every month by email that I get to look over. He's a really nice guy, really motivated at learning the game, so I'm going to trust that the branch he's taking here in his tech is the correct one. We'll find out, though, because Strelok is not the kind of player you want to make mistakes against.
Indeed. White Raw, he really is one of the strongest, smartest foreigners, and it's kind of odd because he's also the oldest good foreigner player.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He was born in 1980, so he is 29 this year.
Yeah, he's 29. He's old.
I mean, that is the oldest. The second oldest would be Zhouzi at about 27. So, I mean, that shows you this guy, he is an older player, but he shows he still plays with these pro gamers that are so young. So, age doesn't matter that much. White Raw is destroying Europe.
Oh, yeah, I got to agree with you on that one. Yeah, White Raw is certainly one of the older players, but hey, this is his passion. And I gotta commend him for this. Now, what do you think Strelok's up to right now? You're a Terran player. What do you think he needs to do?
Now, we see he's adding 3 more facts, so he's definitely going for a timing push. You never add 3 more facts and then make another command center. That's just illogical.
Right.
4 facts maximum before that next command center. And on Medusa especially, you can get that command so quickly. So definitely we're going to see Strelok go for some sort of timing push here. But normally, 5-fact timing pushes are not that good. You normally want to do 2 factory pressure, 4 factory pressure, or a 6 factory timing push off a 2 base. So this is kind of a bizarre Strelok build, but we'll have to see if it works out.
He might have assumed his opponent got an earlier Nexus, which might be part of the reasoning for this, just like I was expecting White Raw to do. But we'll find out. He's moving out here, sieging up a little bit too early. White Raw just wants him to siege up so he doesn't get too close, and he's going to go for the temple.
This is actually really smart of White Raw to pull out and then pull back, because right now, if you look at those goon counts, if Strelok goes right now with good Vulture Micro, good surrounding with Spider Mines, he may be able to take out that goon clump. And if he did, the 5-factory rally could carry him to a quick victory, but we see he has this strategy in his mind. He wants to break through that temple and go up to the high ground. We'll have to see if it pays off.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. This is not a position that's going to be comfortable for the Protoss to play from, but the Reaver is out just in time, so he goes ahead and moves around to the front, hoping there won't be Dragoons there, but Terran has to be careful. He doesn't want to get surrounded here.
Oh, that was a nice volley from the siege tanks. And the Reaver is going to have to do something magical here, because Strelok's actually in a very good position. He's pushing right up. He has enough vultures to buffer those siege tanks. And without the... Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Having those units there, that's going to stop any reinforcements. White Raw just says be careful with these Dragoons, and he's going to be able to whittle away this force.
All right, he's sieging and unsieging, slowly edging forward here. This is exactly what you were talking about, Dan. He's going to take out these tanks over here, meaning no reinforcements, and I think pretty soon Zealot Legs is going to complete. Oh, nice.
That Reaver, wow.
That Reaver is a baller, and it looks like I don't think this push is going to be successful. I don't think the Nexus will be taken out. If I understand the timing of this correctly, the Citadel should be up, Zealot Legs should be on the way, but either way, he should be able to take out this small push over here.
Yeah, you know what? That Reaver looks like it's going to go harass a little bit, and if he's going to go harass with the Reaver, that means that reinforcements are going to come up, and this Nexus may, in fact, end up falling, and that's going to bring White Raw down to just 1 base against Strelok's 2. So if Strelok can manage both fronts correctly, he's going to be way ahead, but it's going to be hard against White Raw Reaver Micro.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. White Raw is definitely the Reaver Whisperer, and the Nexus goes down in what I thought would not happen. Yeah, I have to say I'm a little bit surprised to see this going on. I think White Raw might be falling apart soon. He does have control over the high ground now, not target firing the probes, although ideally he would be. However, bear in mind, White Raw doesn't have more than 1 completed Nexus. There's another warping in at the expansion, but really, Strelok is in the lead.
Yeah, and look at this. He's going to pressure the front even more here. And he's got to be careful with those vultures. It's really important that he's careful with the vultures. Those are the most valuable unit at this point. And look at this. Oh, the Reaver is out there. It looks like it may have killed some SCVs.
It looks like it may have. We're going to see the Reaver drop again. This SCV luckily escaped 17 kills on the Reaver.
Wow.
Wow, that does make this Reaver a serial killer. And it looks like now Strelok's going to continue to push. He's not going to really deal with this Reaver as much as he is going to try to be aggressive and keep the Nexus count low here for the Protoss. And right now, White Raw is in a very uncomfortable position as Strelok is rapidly taking control of this game.
Yeah, it looks like Strelok is just focusing on his attacks. He does not really care about the Reaver. And, you know, it's paying off. Look at this. White Raw is losing just about every unit here. And, well, it looks like he may clean that up. But, I mean, he still has 2 command centers. He still has plenty of SCVs despite that large amount of kills on the Reaver. And with the 5 factories, I think he's going to be able to overwhelm White Raw's 1 base pretty quickly here.
I think all he has to do is organize himself, regroup, and re-attack, because there's really not a whole lot White Raw can do. In fact, I think White Raw in this game is just in a state of panic. He's been getting knocked around really since the first few minutes.
Yeah, you know what? Strelok's very aggressive, strong timing push here has caught White Raw a little bit off guard, I think. You know, this is not a very Korean build, and the majority of White Raw's practice definitely comes from Koreans. You know, you don't normally see them do 5-fact timings trying to break down the temple. So, you know, White Raw maybe not really knowing how to deal with this weirdness from Strelok.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. I think we've seen probes running this game more than mining, and now we're seeing them die as well. I would expect GG any second.
Yeah, it looks like just about no economy left here for White Raw. DT's coming out to try to help clean things up, but, you know, double scanner. Ugh.
Does anybody care about this DT? I would be glad to be an invisible unit in this game right now because Terran is just dominating.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? Maybe he can come back with DTs. He does have a shuttle as well.
Yeah.
And we know that combo is nearly unstoppable.
Well, here we go. Terran's just pretty much sitting. We're probably going to see a scan here. I don't know why White Raw isn't just saving his energy for the next game here.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. A
GG. And he remakes right away.
Yeah, he is angry.